As we've discussed in a previous video, Dooku absolutely abhorred Grievous's practice of collecting the lightsabers of the Jedi he killed in battle. For Dooku, the practice was profane in the worst kind of way, vulgar and crude, no matter who Grievous's opponents might be. Such an admission might be surprising to see from the Sith Lord, but the practice of collecting the lightsabers of those who were defeated, whether it be by Grievous, Asajj Ventress, or Aurra Sing, just wasn't what he believed lightsaber combat was about. In this way, although Dooku wouldn't discourage the practice with Grievous, given that it was connected to the Sith goal of dispatching as many Jedi as possible, there was another aspect surrounding Grievous's lightsaber technique that frustrated him just as much. This was Grievous's use of 4 lightsabers at once. And this frustration wasn't only true of Grievous's technique or limited to 4 blades. Dooku didn't respect any lightsaber duelists, whether they be trained by the Jedi or Sith, who used multiple lightsabers or even double-bladed lightsabers. As revealed in the novel Labyrinth of Evil, Dooku critiqued Grievous's use of 4 blades, but he also reserved a significant level of animosity for those who used 2 blades. For example, naming Darth Maul specifically, Dooku had no respect for the Sith Lord's use of a double-bladed lightsaber, just as he saw the Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker's use of the Jarkai combat style on Geonosis as a sad attempt to employ 2 lightsabers. What explains Dooku's lack of respect for duelists who didn't use a single lightsaber blade? Dooku believed that lightsaber combat, no matter if engaged in by a Jedi or a Sith, should be defined by elegance and gallantry. Dooku just didn't see a duelist as courageous if they couldn't meet their opponent and make do with a single blade. In the same way, Dooku believed that lightsaber combat was an art, requiring at least a modicum of elegance to be embraced by each of the duelists. In the Episode 3 novelization, Dooku would reveal to his master Darth Sidious just prior to his duel with Anakin and Obi-Wan that he thought the coming lightsaber duel should be a test between gentlemen, demanding a certain set of principles among the duelists, even annoying Sidious to some degree with his fervent approach. But it would be Dooku's commitment to elegance when engaging in lightsaber duels that would push him to adopt the second form of lightsaber combat, also known as Makashi. As recognized by the Jedi Order, Form 2 was the most elegant of the 6 recognized combat forms, noted for being relatively graceful and ingeniously simple. Importantly for our video here, Form 2 was by its very definition a one-handed style, notably making use of well-balanced lightsabers and curved tilt variants, thereby rejecting any incorporation of the Jarkai style that used 2 lightsabers or double-bladed lightsabers. In adopting Form 2, Dooku put his principles for how lightsaber duels should be conducted into practice. With Form 2 making use of an opening salute and blade flourish, it's no wonder why Dooku leaned towards the respected tradition of Makashi. Anyone who used more than one lightsaber blade in a duel weren't respected by the Sith Lord because they simply weren't courageous enough to meet him in combat with only a single blade, nor did they respect the elegance that Dooku believed should be found in every duel. But it also went beyond elegance and gallantry for Dooku. Just because a duelist added more blades didn't mean they gained an advantage, which followed the understanding revealed to Darth Bane by the Sith Blade Master Qasim a millennium prior to Dooku's era that we've looked at in previous videos. As Dooku wrote within the Jedi Path manual, he didn't need tricks to prove his worth as a duelist, whether they be in relying upon acrobatics or the implementation of more blades. However, I think one example is extremely telling in understanding how Dooku just wasn't impressed with the use of multiple blades. Again found within the Jedi Path, when describing the 2 lightsaber style of Jarkai to those learning the lightsaber combat forms of the Order, Jedi Battle Master Scarch Vong provided an example of a Jedi Master who had the physical abilities to wield 6 lightsabers at once, citing it as an incredible feat for the Battle Master to behold. Dooku's own master Thame Cerulean would write in agreement, seeing a recording of the practice and concluding that the feat was amazing. Even Obi-Wan, who would become one of the greatest lightsaber duelists of his era, could only shudder to see himself having to face so many lightsabers being wielded at once, appreciating it immediately. But then there were the writings of Dooku, who'd also seen the recordings of the Jedi Master wielding 6 lightsabers at once. Unlike Obi-Wan, Thame, and the Battle Master, Dooku wasn't impressed at all, noting that the Jedi Master's form was sloppy and his footwork was non-existent. He saw past the 6 blades and recognized the technique for what it was, which again shows why Dooku would only study Form 2 and accept its principles that were developed to rely on only a single lightsaber. For Dooku, not only did this give him the greatest chance to win lightsaber duels, but it also allowed him to incorporate the necessary elements of elegance and gallantry within the duels. Anyone who wasn't able to meet him with a single lightsaber in this way, choosing instead to rely on multiple lightsabers or a saber staff, would never earn Dooku's respect. So there we have it, why Dooku didn't respect lightsaber duelists who use more than one lightsaber blade. Thank you very much to all of the Patreon members of Star Wars Reading Club, as your support is so greatly appreciated. You can find all of our social media links and a link to our Star Wars gaming channel in the description below for updates and even more Star Wars content. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for the perfect demonstration.